Welcome to a special monthly edition of Spirit Journey Collective, where we step away from interviews and dive deep into the collective energies of the upcoming month. For those who do not know, I am an intuitive tarot reader and spiritual channel. This episode will be focused on exploring the energies of the month ahead, such as themes, both good and challenging areas to be mindful of, as well as a channeled higher self message overall. As this is a collective reading, it is important to always remember to take what resonates and leave what doesn't. It is my belief that if you are tuning in today, it is because there is some form of guidance and wisdom waiting for you. But it doesn't mean the entire reading will resonate, although it may. My name is Sarah Ty, and I am your host, reader, and channeler for the upcoming reading ahead. And without further ado, let's dive in. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Spirit Journey Collective. I'm so glad that you're tuning in today. This is another off-the-cuff kind of episode, not your typical interview that I do weekly. This is a collective reading for the upcoming month ahead. And I have to say, I'm actually really excited about sharing what came through because this particular month and this reading is powerful. So as always, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But if you are tuning in and you are listening today, just know that likely there is something here meaningful and profound waiting for you to hear and pick up and soak in. So I'm doing my typical monthly reading. I'll go ahead and share that with you, and also so you could follow along and understand what points I'm working on, what cards, what position, etc. So the theme for March is the High Priestess, which I love. Basically, we're being invited into really stepping into our intuitive nature. We're being invited to start listening more inward, especially when we get little messages or downloads from higher power, from our own intuitive whispers, learning how to listen to them. Because often when the High Priestess comes up, it's more so that we have the tendency to maybe hear them, but we don't always do anything with them. Like we get a calling to go this direction or that direction or make this decision, or maybe we walk into something and we get a icky feeling like, ooh, I shouldn't be here. But we ignore it because we're like, I'm being paranoid or whatever, like we don't trust ourselves. And so the High Priestess, the invitation is no, this is letting you know that, especially moving into the month of March, your intuition, I feel like, is going to be a little more louder than normal. It's going to be tapping you on the shoulder a little bit more vigorously than normal, and to listen and to really trust it when you do get those intuitive downloads. And we all have intuitive downloads, by the way. There's not a single soul who doesn't get gut feelings from time to time. So this is something that we all have innately. Some of us are just a little bit more sensitive than others, but that can even be worked on as well. Think about when you go to the gym and you work out. You're not going to go to the gym and one day get a six-pack, right? It takes time. You have to develop it. So this card is just saying that you are intuitive and to be listening a little bit more closely for this upcoming month and really hear those messages when they're trying to speak to you. So the next card over is a positive aspect to lean on and trust moving into the month of March. And I love it. It's the moon. And so the moon is really inviting you into a walk of faith, which goes hand in hand with this intuitive theme of the High Priestess. It's saying not only are you being asked to listen a little more closely and to not just listen, but take action. If you're feeling some kind of way and you feel like you need to take some kind of an action, do it, listen. And so the moon is really saying, yes, this is a walk of faith. Whenever you trust an intuitive download, you don't know where it's going to take you, and it's scary, right? So it becomes a bit of a walk of faith where you're going to take imperfect action and see where it's leading you. And it's also similar to like when you climb the staircase but you can't see the full staircase, you're just taking it one step at a time. It's trusting that there's a higher power that's guiding you, that you're not just out here wandering aimlessly, that your intuition is really here to give you guidance, and that's coming from your higher power. So the positive aspect to lean on for the month of March is to listen to the intuitive messaging and take that walk of faith and trust that you're being guided and there's a higher power that's here taking you by the hand. A negative aspect or more challenging aspect for the month of March, and just to be something to be mindful of, is the Emperor. So the Emperor is all about learning how to take up space, learning how to rock the boat a little bit. And really, it's all about stepping into your own power. It's your birthright. This power is your birthright. And it could be being a leader, a teacher, just putting your voice out there. And just in a big sense, it's putting yourself out there and taking up space unapologetically, which is terrifying. And so the flip side to this card is sometimes we can step into imposter syndrome, where we're like, oh, well, who am I? Who am I to take up space? Who am I to listen to my intuitive messaging and do something about it and take this walk of faith when I don't even know where it's going? Who am I to step into my own power and make noise and rock the boat? Who am I to do that? And so again, it's your birthright to step into this role. So I feel like that challenging aspect is trusting yourself. Trusting yourself when you get these intuitive downloads, and trusting the walk of faith that you're being guided and there's a higher power helping you, and knowing that following these intuitive downloads and listening to yourself and stepping into your own power, which I feel like it's a lot of the messaging that you're going to be guided on in the month of March. It's going to be really leading you back to your own inner Emperor, leading you back to your own inner power, and leading you closer to the path and alignment you're supposed to be on. And that's scary. So if you do find yourself feeling like, who am I to trust if there's some divine holding my hand and guiding me? Who am I? If you get those feelings of like, I'm not special, remember that you are. Out of all the souls out there, we are neither better or lesser than anyone else. We are all equal. We all are here for the same opportunities to experience, to love, to reach our highest self. And that's every single one of us. So there's no reason why that can't be you too. And again, the Emperor really speaks to your birthright, being that you are here to take up space. You are here to use your voice. You are here to rock the boat need be. You are here to step into your own power. And so don't let that fear of, well, who am I, stop you, especially from listening more to your intuitive side and your intuitive messaging that's trying to guide you onto the path of alignment. And then finally, the higher self message overall is the Eight of Wands, which I love. The Eight of Wands is basically saying that the time is now. The energy here is boosting you and guiding you and pushing you in a certain direction now. The Eight of Wands, I like to kind of compare it to like a energetic wave. So like, if you're at the beach and there's a big wave coming, and if you're a surfer, you're gonna like take advantage of that ginormous wave and ride it as far as you can. Energetically speaking, and that's what you're being invited to do for the month of March, is there's a lot of forward momentum. You're being invited to jump on for the ride and see where it takes you. And so if you do find yourself getting synchronistic messaging or pushes in a certain direction, and you're being called to take imperfect action, even if you don't really know where it's taking you and where you're going, listen and understand that really the time is now. Like, we're kind of coming out of this hibernation state. The last previous collective reading was kind of like more about slowing down and really taking the time to slow down and not being afraid to slow down. Now that we're coming out of that hibernative state, things are kind of starting to pick up momentum again. And not only that, but you're being asked to listen to your own inner compass to help take you to the next step, to the next place. So that is everything that came in for the month of March. It's very powerful stuff. And so I hope you enjoyed this monthly collective reading. And as always, please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. This is meant to be for the collective. So maybe only pieces of it will resonate. Maybe the whole thing will deeply resonate. Either way, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And thank you so much again for tuning in to Spirit Journey Collective.
Are you in the need of guidance around love, career, family, life, or purpose? Embark on a spiritual journey inward with an intuitive tarot reading. Depending on what you're needing and looking for, I offer private one-on-one sessions as well as personalized email readings. It doesn't matter what the question is. A reading with me provides connection with your higher self, offering curated personal messages, or what I like to refer to as spiritual roadmaps, guiding you to the future outcome you desire. Readings are insightful and affordable. If you'd like more information or to schedule a reading with me, please see the link below. Thank you for joining me on another inspiring episode. Remember, your purpose is a unique and unfolding path. I hope these conversations have ignited a spark within you. Until next time, keep exploring, growing, and embracing the beautiful adventure of connecting with your purpose. Stay tuned for more meaningful conversations. If you're wanting more, consider joining our free Facebook community called Spirit Journey Collective, your haven for spiritual exploration and personal growth. Dive into a supportive community where sharing spiritual experiences is encouraged. Unlock the power of intuition, embark on a journey of self-discovery, and connect with like-minded souls. If this sounds like a community you'd love to plug into, the link is in the show notes below. If you enjoyed the episode today, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for joining me on this journey.